Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? We've got a great announcement today on a new item coming from Luka Cee products. And, well, let's show you what this is. It is a two-wheel drive suspension setup for the MPC, Chevy, and GMC pickup trucks. At this time, they have two versions out. There is the MPC Sod Buster. That is about a 1980 Chevrolet step-side, but it is a four-wheel drive truck. The Deserter, which is a GMC, about a 1984 GMC pickup. And that came down the line from the old Fall Guy truck and a few others after that. But even before that, back in the 70s, they did a two-wheel drive version of these Chevy pickups, and that's where we get these items from. This is a very, very incredibly simple kit to use to convert your four-wheel drive Deserter or Sod Buster kit that you have into a two-wheel drive truck, because these were tooled for those kits. I have a chassis right here. This is basically the chassis that's in either the Sod Buster or the Deserter. This actually came from a kit I have that was an earlier version that was just called the AMT 84 GMC four-wheel drive. All the same kit. Now, four-wheel drive frame and everything, right? Stuff fits. Let's move all this stuff out of the way and show you here real quick. First of all, two little items that it comes with. It comes with the shocks, the front shocks, and the front coil springs. I just want to show those to you, but we're not going to use those in the mock-up because, well, they'll just fall off. This is what's really important. We've got the lower control arms and the sway bar. We have the cross member and upper control arms right here. And we have the two-wheel drive leaf springs right here, and we'll show you how these all work. There, now we can look. So here we go. Here's that AMT MPC. It actually originated as an MPC Deserter or the Sod Buster right there. The frame. Now take a look at this. First of all, here is your cross member with the upper control arms, and right here, they're still there. That's where you put that cross member. That doesn't come with the four-wheel drive setup, obviously, and it fits right into place. If you hear that snap, it fits so good. Look at this. Look at that. That's how good that fits on there. And, of course, this is going to take some gluing. This won't just snap into place. But you see you've got your spots here that the lower control arms, bar and everything, just like on a real Chevy two-wheel drive, if you're familiar with the suspension on those, and that fits just like that. How cool is that? Now, what we have is what you'll have to do for the rear suspension, because both rear suspensions, whether it's four-wheel drive or the two-wheel drive, and real quick, just to show you, there's the original chassis right there. You can see, looks exactly the same. Every hole, every spot to glue pieces and parts on, can see exactly the same. They did no modifications or changes whatsoever to this frame to go from the two-wheel drive into the four-wheel drive. Now, something with both these kits, two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive, they came with a setup of the rear end. One was in halves, but one side of the rear end, which would be, not sure yet, would be the well, here we go. Here's the rear end right here. The bottom of the rear end was part of these are the leaf springs from the four-wheel drive, and I had cut the bottom of the rear end. Well, it's glued together, but you can see I had cut the bottom of the rear end off. It was on like that. And so your kit, the kits, if you're familiar with the kits, they come with half the rear end and the leaf springs molded together. So what we did is we took the two-wheel drive leaf springs, we cut the rear end off of the two-wheel drive, and we gave you a little perch right there. So these are easy, but look at this. Remember, this is the four-wheel drive frame, but look at that. This pops right into place. Pops right into place. Perfect. Now, this is the rear end out of the four-wheel drive set. I cut it off. I haven't quite. I wanted to show you guys. There's the four-wheel drive leaf springs. You can see they're arced a lot more, so you get that height. I still got to remove. I just trimmed it off, but I'm going to get in there and I'm going to remove that part of the rear end and glue it onto here eventually. But you can do it however you want. Just use styrene tubing from Evergreen. But you can see, you take the rear end that comes in your kit that you bought, whether it's the Deserter or the Sod Buster, and you just use the kit rear end, and whammo, it fits perfect. Front end, rear end. How freaking cool is that? And now you will be able to build yourself a two-wheel drive GMC or Chevy 80s style. If you're very familiar with the Chevy square bodies, 1980, they went with a whole different front end. But wait, I'll give you a little preview of something that's on the way. Just so happens, soon, I had done it before, we do have a master here to do a 78 and a 79. I have the hoods and the grills to do both 78 and 79. And we will be coming out with those. So if you want to completely transform your Deserter or Sod Buster kit, even backdating it to a 70s Chevrolet or GMC. I don't have the GMC stuff, I'm sorry, just Chevrolet. We will have that for you. But for now, there you go. You've got a two-wheel drive setup for your Sod Buster or your Deserter. Get on over to andyshhq.com. We will have them in stock. If they are out of stock, we will replenish them, and we'll keep making them until you people stop buying them. In the meantime, start buying them. Go ahead. Make your two-wheel drive correct. Two-wheel drive, proper Chevrolet suspension, two-wheel drive, accurate. Not saying any other kits are bad, but if you're really going for that accurate two-wheel drive, stock, basic, off-the-showroom floor pickup truck from Chevrolet or GMC, this is going to help you get that. That's what we're here for at Luka Cee Products. Thank you much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.